A quick search online for the steepest street in England brings up a list of the top 5. Gold Hill in Dorset, widely known for featuring in a 1973 Hovis advert. The bluntly named Steep Hill in Lincoln. Blake Street in Sheffield, a favoured test for gritted teeth-baring cyclists and featured in the 1997 film The Full Monty. And then, coming in at second place is Old Wyche Road in the Malvern Hills. So, what is at the number 1 spot for the steepest street in England? Not only did I recently go to see it,
oh my word,
I felt that I should try to run up it.
Let's go.
I'm Harry Morgan, and this is Jog On.
Hello, Harry here. You find me currently driving through Bristol in England, headed for a district aptly named Totterdown. But I'm headed to one street in particular, a street with a very special claim.
Vale Street.
This here is Park Street that leads on to a turning to get up to Vale Street. This alone is a very, very steep hill. It's definitely a quirky area with a lot of character. Multicoloured terraced houses, and I have to say, probably the first time I've seen a house in leopard print.
Then, whilst hiking up Park Street, emerging to my left, I saw it.
Oh my word. This is the bottom of Vale Street, officially recognised as the steepest residential street in the whole of England. And it goes without saying, this is steep.
So steep, even well-practiced residents have to carefully park their cars at just the right angle.
Of course, I did some research for this video,
And whilst there are discrepancies in the statistics,
generally it's agreed that the average gradient of this slope is around 22 degrees. I didn't really know what 22 degrees meant either, but I can tell you it's steep. It's quite incredible that even just walking up it, as you can hear, I'm out of breath.
even the approach at the top is impressive.
Driving or walking down here, this may seem like a fairly innocuous road, and it is until you look to your left. And then Vale Street just sort of drops away behind you.
It's worth mentioning that Vale Street can actually be divided into 2 parts. The upper half is in fact pretty flat, so for clarification, we will be dealing in this video exclusively with the more distinctive lower half.
Even walking down, it's hard not to either just tense your quads to apply the brakes or even break into a light jog. So you might be asking, why are we here filming today? Well, of course, Jog On makes running and adventure themed videos, so I thought today, why not try and run up the steepest street in England? I love how this person has parked across like 2/3 of the road, as if it wasn't difficult enough to get up. You've now got to try and squeeze between that gap whilst coming up the steepest road in the country. So the challenge is this, to run from the bottom to the top of the steepest street in England without stopping or walking. Here we go.
I tried a quick practice jog to check that it was actually runnable.
Even as a van goes past, you can just hear them braking as they're going down that street.
Quick side note here, I filmed the entire first attempt in one shot, but I've cut it with some of the faster warm-up shots to give you a better perspective of what running up Vale Street looks like from different angles. Anyway, where were we?
From the start line to the top. No stopping, no walking, no matter how much the legs burn. Let's go. God damn, this is steep. Oh wow, this is steep.
In a remarkably short space of time, my legs and lungs were on fire. With a few seconds left, the top was in sight. It was quite something.
Oh wow, that's amazing. 21 seconds, and that got my lungs and heart rate going. It's a very explosive run.
Heading back down, I knew 21 seconds was cool, however, I felt I could go faster. But before the second attempt could even begin, something amazing happened. I was partway through explaining how people scrape their cars on the street.
It's so ridiculous and so steep at the base of this road that you can actually still make out a lot of the scratches and scars of where different vehicles have scraped their bumpers because the angle is just too tight for them to be able to drive over it without hitting part of the car.
When all of a sudden, someone drove down and demonstrated this exact phenomenon right there. What perfect timing.
Residents around here are probably just used to scraping their cars. You'll notice behind me where the wall's been covered up with a little bit of scaffolding. Well, that's actually because back at the end of 2020, December specifically, an artwork appeared on that wall that is thought to have been a Banksy, but later on it was removed. So my watch measured the effort at 21 seconds and a distance run of just 90 meters. I'm actually going to give it one more go without holding anything just to see if I can go any faster than 21 seconds. I'm going to go put the camera at the top of the road, knowing that it's only 20 seconds of effort. I think I'll have the confidence to push a little harder, a little sooner.
So the sunglasses went on.
Here we go, wish me luck. 21 seconds to beat.
And I headed back down for one all-out effort. Fast forward a bit. With the arm swinging, I reached for the watch stop button.
Ah, yes. 18.4. Come on! 3 seconds off. That was crazy. But that was full out from the bottom to the top. I did not let up. My watch tells me I burnt 4 calories doing that. What? But there you go. If you're ever in the Bristol area in England, whether you walk, cycle or run, it's worth having a go at the amazing Vale Street. The wind now has just started to pick up. Jogging back down another steep road, past of course the leopard print house. I'm Harry Morgan. Have a go at running up a very steep road, and this is Jog On.